So EBITDA margins is being expected to increase by 29.6%.
Yeah, for fiscal.
No, what's the current margin? Where do you forecast it to go?
So we forecast the margins to be around EBITDA margins to be in total to be around at 24.8%.
Company claims that sustainable margins for its business is about 25%, 26%, and there is sustaining over there only, like from past 2-3 years.
So have you stress tested what management has told you, or have you sort of taken that on face value?
So no, sir. We actually, if you go to the profile.
Okay, that's fine. And final question on this piece. What is the capex that you budgeted over the next 5 years?
Since they don't have any significant capex, as in just maintenance capex of about 30 crores rupees a year, and rest they said that they have already done their capex of about 2 or 3 billion for past 5 years. Like in 2008 or 9, when they were preparing for new launches, so they did a capex of about 2.5 billion.
So they.
Okay, and you started off by saying you have all these governance concerns. So given that you have these governance concerns, does it really matter what the valuation is? And does your recommendation get influenced by the fact that you have governance concerns with the company and management?
So the concern about the governance is that promoter holding is significantly higher.
Why is that a concern? The promoter holding may be high because, as you said, the company did an IPO 3.5-4 years ago, right? The promoter holding may have been 100% prior to IPO.
Correct.
That could come down over time. Why should that be a concern?
So no, the concern is the fact that they want to increase the dividend payout purely to increase their payout because of the fact that they own 75%. So that is where we are concerned, not with the fact that they own 75%, which is as of now it's a norm, a SEBI norm that you know the minimum public shareholding has to be 25%. But the fact that they're giving out more dividends, they expect to give out more dividends over the coming years. That is where we feel there's a bit of a conflict of interest.
If you were a shareholder and you were saying the company has no capex requirements, and I presume some cash is getting built up, can you just quickly look up what's the cash balance today? Where does it get to in 5 years?
88 crores.
Right. So if the company doesn't have requirements for the cash, would you not be happy if they pay out dividends to you as well?
Yeah, that's a fact that you can actually pay out dividend. But we feel it's better if they invest in growth opportunities because this is a growing firm. As I said, this firm is actually diversifying. So it's better they look out for inorganic acquisition, growth by acquisitions or something. Reduces that. I think the cash would be better utilized. We feel that the cash would be better utilized for acquisitions rather than paying out dividends.
So moreover, like if they go, print media is to take a hit after 10 years. So they need to go into digital media and they need to go into radio businesses. So they are actually trying to diversify into radio business, but then they have not been able to do so, as in other cities, because of the clash of some frequencies.
Sure, that's helpful. Have you benchmarked this management and the company strategy with the 4 peers that you laid out? Jagran, HT, Sun and Z. And do you have a quick headline view on this company vis-a-vis the other 4 peers in terms of strategy and, let's say, management quality?
On corporate governance,
No, I'm saying in general, management strategy, let's say management quality and strategy, if you have a view vis-a-vis competition, how do these stack up?
So I'll just give a general. We'll just give a general view actually. As far as I know, Sun TV is promoted by Kalanidhi Maran. So even Sun TV has had corporate governance issues before this, wherein you have cash being siphoned off to SpiceJet, which is the other venture. So that even Sun TV is somewhat for this. Z, I feel Mr. Chandra is. I'm not exactly sure about Z. And as far as Jagran is concerned, so we are not actually benchmarked the management. So this is just a general issue. Frankly, we are not benchmarked.
On the business side, have you looked at the digital model and have you compared it with any global company in terms of how do they take print medium to a digital medium without losing their revenues?
they have actually just entered the digital media in UP by just online newspaper edition, and right now they are just making losses on it. So even they are not sure about whether to go with this venture or not, and like coming up to a significant scale of the international level, it would take them a very lot of time, like long time.
Sir? Yeah.
Judges, please start.
A very
Yes.
good morning to one and all. We are Team Bertrand Russell and we are going to start our valuation with the business overview. So right now I'm going to talk about few critical business parameters that has explained the business strategy of DB Corp. Basically, they have been following a business strategy that have been based on the three A's things. One is expanding into those fields that could give them the growth for the future. For an example, Maharashtra. For an example, now they are planning to move into Bihar. Secondly, they are investing into the content and doing the product enrichment. Third thing, which is very important, is that they are continuously doing the efficiency part and reducing the cost factor. Due to that, we have observed that they have able to maintain their PAT margins as well as EBITDA margins very well as compared to the industry. Like in 2011, their margin is around 22%. Industry margin is just around 11%. And in the last financial year, their PAT margin was around 14%. So the similar sort of EBITDA strong margin they have also shown. And we can also see that because they are expanding into the new horizons, which are giving them a very good growth, especially in the past 2 or 3 quarters when they have come up with the new additions in Maharashtra, they are able to generate good returns as well. And their return on assets are also nice, which tells that they are investing into their growth from their own operations cash flows. They are not taking too much of debt. In fact, their debt ratio has been decreased from 0.22 to 0.11, which shows that the company is able to generate cash for their future growth.
Okay, so with the 44.8 million total readership and 19.8 million on a daily basis readership, DB Corp is the leading media industry right now in India. But it faces a very stiff competition from Jagran Prakashan Limited, which has around 19.3 million readership per day. And if we just have a close look on this particular chart, what we see is that from financial year 2012 to 2013, the year-on-year sales growth is better of Jagran Prakashan Limited. So that's a key area where they need to focus on because the sales of Jagran Prakashan Limited obviously are increasing. HT Media Group with a daily readership of around 16.3 million, they might seem to be on a decline phase in 2013 financial year. But the fact that because they had some refreshment activities going on in Delhi, and that's why and they face a lot of forex losses also. That's why the sales came down. And due to election year, where it has been seen that HT Media Group becomes very active, we cannot again ignore HT Media Group. Where do we change it? How do we change it? Can you do it manually? This change it now.
Maybe you can continue using this printout. So you just talk through the story. It's okay. We have printouts.
Okay, second analysis that we see over here is the state-wise analysis. So the numbers speak for themselves. In Madhya Pradesh, Chandigarh, Haryana, DB Corp is a clear leader. And specifically, if we see the Madhya Pradesh numbers, it is leading because of the fact that its total readership is greater than the rest 5 of the papers in the region itself. So there is a very strong regional approach that DB Corp has and which shows in the number. But if we have a closer look around Rajasthan, Punjab and Gujarat, they are not the leaders. But the story goes that in accordance with their business model that they are following. And that tells that basically DB Corp invests in the areas which has high per capita income in the cities.